Hi everyone, I'm Kai the Clown, you can call me Kai, and this is part 3, day 3, of the series for the Love of Izuku Midoriya. 7 days, 7 ships. This is CoffeeSpots by R3DLEMONADE. Summary. How does he make getting punched in the face look so endearing? Earth to Hitoshi, Izuku waved a hand in front of his face, looking concerned. You okay? Hitoshi blinked, snapping out of his thoughts. Yeah, sorry, just zoning out for a sec. He gestured towards the map. Ready for another round? Izuku's grin returned, bright and unrelenting. Always. Or 7 days, 7 ships. Day 3, Hitoshi/Izuku. My bullied but went to therapy instead of war, babies. Hope you enjoy! The sound of fists meeting padded gloves echoed through the gym, accompanied by the rhythmic shuffle of feet on the mat. Hitoshi wiped sweat from his brow, his purple hair sticking to his forehead as he squared up with Izuku once again. You ready for another round, Midoriya? He asked, broadening his shoulders. His voice was steady, but there was a flicker of determination in his eyes. Sparring with Izuku was no small task. The guy was like a relentless wave, always coming back stronger, faster, more precise. Izuku grinned, wiping out his chin with his sleeve. He was already breathing hard, but his eyes were alight with enthusiasm. Always! Let's go! Hitoshi smirked and adjusted his stance. No quirks, just skill and strategy. A level playing field where he couldn't rely on his words to control the outcome. It was a challenge, but one he appreciated. After all, his quirk wasn't always an option, and this was good training. Not to mention, he didn't mind spending time with Izuku like this. Izuku lunged first, his movements quick and calculated. Hitoshi deflected the punch, stepping to the side and countering with a jab of his own. Izuku dodged it, their spar escalating into a fluid dance of blocks, strikes, and evasions. Even though Hitoshi didn't have the same raw physicality as Izuku, he made up for it with sharp instincts and a knack for finding openings. Despite his best efforts, though, Izuku eventually got the upper hand, sweeping Hitoshi's leg out from under him and pinning him to the mat with a triumphant grin. Got you, he said, his breath coming out in short gasps. Hitoshi groaned, but couldn't help a small smile tugging at his lips. Yeah, you and again, hero boy. What's that? 5-1? 6-1, Izuku corrected sheepishly, extending a hand to help Hitoshi up. But you're getting closer every time. Your footwork's gotten a lot better. Hitoshi took the offered hand, standing and brushing himself off. I'll take that as a compliment. You're not exactly an easy opponent, you know. Izuku laughed, rubbing the back of his neck. Thanks, Hitoshi. You're really strong too, and you've got great timing. I always have to be careful not to leave an opening. Hitoshi watched as Izuku spoke, his face animated with genuine excitement. The way the flush of exertion coloured his cheeks, the slight curl of his messy green hair from sweat. It was hard not to notice how good Izuku looked, even in the middle of a sparring session. He's ridiculous, Hitoshi thought, a faint smile tugging at his lips. How does he make getting punched in the face looking endearing? Earth to Hitoshi, Izuku waved a hand in front of his face, looking concerned. You okay? Hitoshi blinked, snapping out of his thoughts. Yeah, sorry, just zoning out for a sec. He gestured towards the mat. Ready for another round? Izuku's grin returned, bright and unrelenting. Always. As they reset their stances and prepared to go again, Hitoshi found himself enjoying the moment more than he probably should. Win or lose, sparring with Izuku was always worth it. There was something about his company that made exhaustion and bruises feel like a small price to pay. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you heard me laugh at the end of the summary, I haven't read this series in a while. I went on a week break from recording. But, so I completely forgot about the bullies but went to therapy instead of war babies. Because they went to war. But yeah. I think it might have been the other way around. I don't know, but, like, it's funny. Love it. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time if you come again. Bye!